Okay, hello. My name is Hamza Tyson, and I'm a teacher of chemistry. And today we are going to be dealing with organic chemistry, senior 5, first term. So when we're talking about organic chemistry, we call it a branch of chemistry that deals with the study of compounds of carbon, except the oxides of carbon, the hydroxide, the carbonates, and also the hydrogen carbonates. That means the other compounds of carbon can be classified as organic compounds, and therefore they constitute what we call organic chemistry. You can talk about the hydrocarbons, you can talk about the amino acids, you can talk about starch, all these other organic compounds, most of them that contain carbon, we call them organic compounds. You can talk about the walls that we are dealing with, you can talk about the plastics, you can talk about wood, all those compounds that contain carbon, we classify them as organic compounds. And as we continue to study organic chemistry, we shall be able to classify organic compounds, as we shall see. But one thing shall be sure, that all those compounds contain carbon. So, carbon is unique in its way, and that's why we want to look at the uniqueness of carbon. And we're saying the reason why it is unique is because it has a small atomic radius compared to group 4 elements. It also has high electronegativity. In fact, its electronegativity is the highest in group 4 elements. It also lacks vacant d orbitals. Now, on the part where I was saying it lacks vacant d orbitals, this one can be illustrated by looking at its configuration. The configuration of carbon is number 6, and therefore, if we are going to use atomic number 6 to write its configuration, we are going to say it is 1s2, 2s2, 2p, 2p2. 2p2, this is the electronic configuration of carbon. The first shell of quantum number 1 can only accommodate 2 electrons in its s suborbital. The second shell has s and p orbitals. The s orbital can take up to 2, the p orbital can take up to 6, and therefore in the first shell 2, in the second shell, that is 4, 2 in the S and 2 in the P. There is no 2D. There is no 2D. The second quantum number, the second quantum shell, can accommodate only the S and the P. So it lacks the D. And because the electronic configuration of carbon stops at the second energy level, it means there is an absence of d orbitals. And because the d orbitals are absent and they are also not available, now that contributes to the uniqueness of carbon, because the presence of vacant d orbitals, it brings in a lot of other chemical properties of compounds. For example, there is what we call hybridization, which in turn leads to correlation of compounds and many other properties that come due to the presence of vacant d orbitals. Now we are going to be looking at some of the properties that exhibit the uniqueness of carbon.